What up, peeps? Welcome back to the flip side. I'm gonna turn that air down now. Today's video is gonna be about, quote, apolitical people. Not people who don't actually have a political side, like me, but people who call themselves apolitical. Like, oh, I'm apolitical. And as you start to have conversations about politics with them, they slowly start to reveal what side they're truly on. When people say that they're apolitical, you have to find out if they're bullshitting you or not. Some people say they're apolitical because they don't want to talk about politics, which is fine. But then there's the other type of apolitical that we're going to talk about today. And they're the people that say they're apolitical because they kind of get uncomfortable. They don't want their political worldview to get shattered. They don't want it to get challenged in any way. They want to live in their little bubble without people interfering. They don't want something that they hear to make them feel negative. So, I was talking to someone today who said that they were apolitical. And, we exchanged information, and you know how someone has profile pictures, and in their profile there's all sorts of different stuff? Well, when someone says they're apolitical and they have, flags in their bio, like gay pride flags or Palestine flags or Ukraine flags, or the brown fist, or the black square, or pronouns in the bio, that's how you know they're lying. And I told them, I said, I think you're lying. No, that's not what I said. I said, I think you are political, though, because why else would you have a gay pride flag in your bio? And he said, oh, because I'm just a ally for the LGBTQIA plus community? And I said, yes. And he said, well, it doesn't have to be political. Now that's what got me. That right there is bullshit that I instantly recognized. And I told him, I said, well, what you're doing is actually political. You're actually virtue signaling to me and other people that click on your profile that you're part of a political sect. When you have a gay pride flag and pronouns in your bio, it means that you feel this need to show people what side you're on, to virtue signal. And I hate virtue signaling. Virtue signaling. Whoops. Alright, I'm gonna put this over here now. Virtue signaling is something I hate because there's this feeling that people have that they need to show people how much of a good person they are just based on their, bio or their pronouns, or whatever kind of emojis they have. You know what I'm saying? It's like walking around with a badge that says, I'm a good person because I'm a liberal. Or I'm a good person because, someone can just have... Because just based on your bio or your profile picture, that just means you're a good person, What if they're faking? You never know. What if you click on someone's profile and you think, oh, they must be an ally of the LGBTQ community because they have a pride flag in their bio? What if they're faking, though? You never know. So, when someone says that they're apolitical, and you go on their internet profile and they have, hypothetically pride flags or pronouns or, the slogans, in their bio and profile, you can automatically know that they're faking. You can automatically know that they're bullshitting. You can automatically know that they are political, but they don't want to get political with you because they don't want their worldview challenged. Well, that's too fucking bad. That's too fucking bad. Because I am going to challenge your worldview. You are going to get your worldview challenged in this world. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. And you are not a good person. Well, you don't look like a good person just because of what you have attached to your profile. That doesn't automatically mean you're a good person. Because you can apply that same logic as an NPC looking at a profile that has MAGA or has, stuff like that in their profile. Like, as a leftoid NPC, you can apply my same logic towards a MAGA NPC. A rightoid NPC, I should say. Because a rightoid NPC can have MAGA and Trump stuff or conservative stuff in their bio. And the Russian flag too. What the hell? And they can think that they're a good person because they're a patriot and I'm an American and I believe in putting America first and yada 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 yada. It doesn't mean you're a good person just because you have that stuff in your bio. And the fact that you're virtue signaling, that you feel the need to virtue signal to people that you're a good person because you're part of a political sect, just lowers my amount of respect I have for you. And it should lower the amount of respect other people have for you. Because people will know that you just put up a facade. You're not a good person. You're an NPC. Okay, there can be good people that are NPCs, but you know what I'm saying. You're not a good person. You're a bullshitter. Oh, I'm apolitical. Oh yeah, let me see your profile. Let's have a 5-minute conversation about politics and the economic and political state of the world right now. Bro! And let's see if you're really apolitical. Then you'll have my respect. But I don't really like to talk politics. Can we talk about something else? Can we change the subject? Nah, sucker. We're not changing the subject. So, my advice to people like that, NPCs who are listening right now, if you think that you're an ally because you have LGBTQ plus in your bio, then you're not really an ally. Because real allies don't need to virtue signal. They don't need all that stuff in their bio. They don't have that need to show people that they're a good person because they're on the left. They're not right. They didn't vote for Trump. Real allies Treat people like humans. Gay person walking down the street. I don't give a fuck. Trans guy walking down the street. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to punch someone in the face just because they're gay. I'm not going to verbally abuse someone just because they're trans. And yeah, I make jokes here and there. But I don't attack people in a mean way. I'm not homophobic. I'm not transphobic. I'm liberal phobic. I'm conservative phobic. How about that? I can be your best friend and I can be your mortal enemy. If you want to be like that. So, there you go. That's all I have to say about that. To sum up, don't be a virtue signaler. If you want to be an ally, just treat people like humans. That's all you have to do, is treat people like humans. Because that's what we are at the end of the day. If you want to be an American patriot, if you want to be fighting alongside Trump, then just be a regular person. Because at the end of the day, what fucking difference does it make? None of us are in control. So, with all that said, I will see you all next time back on the flip side. Peace out.